Hello there, everybody. Welcome to day 26 of Vtober. A lot of indecision today. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So I ended up waiting till the last minute. That's not a thing I do all the time. Hi. We're going to play Super Mario World. The last time I played this was December 15th, 2019. That cannot be correct. 11/24? That might be when I I definitely didn't beat it. At least I don't think I did. Anyway, let's see what happens if we load the regular save file. Remember playing this a little bit on my birthday back in July? And I guess I did not save anything. So let's take a look at some of these save files. This is close enough to where I want to be. I think I stopped at, like, the first castle last time. Anyway, we're gonna go beat the game. I think Donut Plains is gonna be the easiest place to start with that. So, yeah, hi, welcome, good evening. This is a game that I am terrible at. I swear I'm better at this stupid video game. Come here, you. This is a game I've played a lot, I swear. A lot. Despite not having a Super Nintendo when it was new. Oh my god, I'm terrible. We're backing up. I definitely played this a lot at, like, friends' and cousins' houses. But I was a Sega Genesis kid. I did not have a Super Nintendo until I was much older and bought one, like, used for a price that today would be considered obscenely low. Old video games used to be cheap, kids. Let's fucking start there. COVID did a fucking number to various markets, and retro video games is one of them. It's obscene. It's really the only word I can use to properly describe it. It's fucking obscene. You can get up here without this little thing, but having those makes it easier. Anyway, when I was a young lad, I did not own a Super Nintendo, so I only played Mario in fits and spurts. Until they came out with Super Mario Advance 2. For those of you unaware with the... No, wait, was it Super Mario Advance? I don't even remember anymore. Anyway, there is a sequence of Super Mario games for the Nintendo Game Boy Advance. A system also very near and dear to my heart, that I did have when it was new. I think the first one, Super Mario Advance, was Super Mario Brothers 3. It was a port of that. Or that might have even been later. It's convoluted, I promise. Anyway, the one that I got, which was either the first or the second, was Super Mario World. So I finally owned a copy of Super Mario World in some capacity, and I played the ever-loving shit out of it. Both because it's a fantastic game. Mario World is my favorite Mario game, period. Boomer spotted, I'm sure. But it's... I mean, it's a really good-ass game. How can you not love Super Mario World? It invented no, that was Mario 3. It has the feather. It has Yoshi. It's got everything. What more could you want out of a video game with Mario in it? So I played the shit out of that. And it was almost a one-to-one port. There's a few differences. One of the most, in my opinion, egregious. And unfortunately, I'm not able to show it to you. If I had any sort of ability to plan shit, I would have. So, there are some star levels, which you're going to be seeing, hopefully, very soon. If I can manage to not be terrible at video games. You know what? We're going to back that up. I might need that cape. And upon completing all of them... God. Yeah, just duck, idiot. Upon completing all of the star levels, you unlock basically like a palette swap for the entire game. The world map changes color. Some of the levels might change color. And various other cosmetic things changes. Koopas turn into different things. The Goombas turn into different things. It's fun. It's cool. And all you have to do is beat those special levels to unlock that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. In the Game Boy Advance port of Super Mario World, not only do you have to beat all of the star levels, not only do you have to beat literally every level in the game, you have to get all of the exits for every level in the game. Now, you've already seen me exit a couple of worlds, not by going through the little goalposts that usually end the world, but by putting a key in a slot. That is the secret exit, which not all of the worlds have, but some of them do, and that leads to another exit. In general, you can tell if a level has a secret exit, because the little dot on the world map will be red instead of yellow. Yellow indicates that there is but a single exit, and red means there's 2. I don't think there's any with 3. I think it's just 1 or 2. And then you kick blocks at this guy and he dies. Suck it, King Boo. So, you have to beat every level, and you have to beat every level in every possible way, and then you can unlock the palette swap. And that kind of sucks because it's fun to play the rest of the game with the palette swap, because you can get it pretty early. So now that we've gotten that secret exit, we can save and continue, and we can go to Star Wars. And that palette swap is a little bit Halloween-y. The Koopas kind of look like jack-o'-lanterns. It would have been really nice to show off tonight. But I didn't think about that, and I suppose there are ways I could have cheated that into existence, but I didn't prepare shit, so here we are, sorry. Trust me, it's super cool. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why I played the Game Boy Advance version of this game so much, because you needed to unlock the fun little palette swap. So now we are here in Star Road. There are a bunch of levels, and they all have, at least this set, there's another set later, this set all have 2 exits. The first exit, the regular exit, doesn't lead anywhere. It sends you back to the previous level. So you have to find the secret exit in order to progress to the next star level. And all of the big warp stars that you see on there, you'll see them again shortly, take you to a different part of the game. So you can sort of jump around. You don't have to do the game in chronological order if you don't want to. And if you do all of them, like I'm going to be able to do, you can get a hair's breadth away from the final boss. So that is the plan for tonight. So not only do these star levels allow you to teleport around, they are also, I am pretty sure, the only place that you can find these multicolored Yoshis. Normally, you will only find green Yoshis in the world. Ain't nothing wrong with green Yoshi, I suppose. Let me get that one up, because my dumbass might need it. And unfortunately, we're going to have to ditch this Yoshi almost immediately. So that's the gotcha exit. You don't want that. Okay, can ride this with Yoshi. Yes, I would rather keep this Yoshi. So you get Yoshi, and the colored Yoshis function almost identically. One of the things Yoshi does is when he eats a Koopa, he gets different abilities depending on the color of the shell of the Koopa he ate. If it's a green Koopa shell, nothing really happens. You spit it out, it shoots the Koopa shell out. If you eat a red Koopa shell, instead of spitting out the shell, you shoot fire. If you eat a blue Koopa shell, you can fly. If you eat a yellow Koopa shell, you can do a little ground pound butt stomp that kind of sucks. Eagle-eyed viewers may notice that my Yoshi did not eat a blue shell, it ate a red shell. And yet, I have wings and am able to fly, and also shoot the fire. That is because there are 3 other colors of Yoshi. There is red, there is blue, there is yellow. If you... Ah, shitballs. Oh, wait, no, we're good. If you haven't quite mathed it out yet, a blue Yoshi will always gain flying when they eat any color of Koopa shell, in addition to whatever else that shell does. The red Yoshi will always spit fire. The yellow Yoshi will always get the stupid ground pound. Yep, already said red. And that's it. So they just basically get you an extra guaranteed ability. And the blue one is the best because the blue one can fly, and I just left him to die because I'm an idiot. Luckily, I don't think he's necessary. He's not at all necessary, actually. So, this is technically the final Star World level. It's actually fairly difficult. But we don't have to do it. I can't back out because it's in the Game Boy Advance. Completing it normally will link us back to the first star that we teleported in on, and then you've completed this little circuit. Getting the secret exit will unlock the next level of Star Road, where you've got all the fun 90s slang levels like Mondo and Jumbo and Scrumbo and Coolio and all those things. And completing all of those gets you the palette swap. But we're not doing that tonight. Sorry, I have to go to bed soon. What we are doing is taking this Star Road. Oh, hey, would you look at that? We're past the 7th castle right in front of Bowser's house. And there you go. You can get to the final castle, Bowser's castle, in like 9 levels-ish. Counting from the start, which I skipped. So, Bowser's Castle does have a back door. It lets you skip the first half. You can't do that unless you actually get to this world, and I'm not doing that tonight. So, we get to do the first half. This should be fine. There's 4 doors. They each lead to a different sub-room. I am just so bad. There we go. They each lead to a different sub-room that has some type of terrain. There's a water one, which sucks. This one is probably the easiest one. I think I remember 8 being the easiest one. So if you take that back door, you essentially start... I think you start actually at the next area, so you get to skip these doors. Ooh, 8 may not have been what I wanted. Yeah, 8 is almost certainly not what I wanted, actually. Let's try 6? Maybe 6 is what I wanted. No, underwater? That is definitely not what I wanted. Is it 5? I don't remember it being 5. Maybe it was 5. Maybe I should have stuck with 6. Let's check out 8. Why not? So yeah, you pick one of these 2 doors. It does not matter. They all lead to the same. One of these 4 doors. One of these 8 doors. 2 of these 8 doors. I did 8. I'm just a ding-dong and don't know how numbers work. 7 kind of sucks. We'll see. A lot of fire. Might be one of the only rooms with those animated guys. Hi there. Bye there. Okay. Well, we made it through, so that's good enough. Okay, so this is the second half of the castle. The back door would take you here. Not too difficult. You got Ninjas. Fun fact, Ninja is playable in the new Mario Party, which I hear is actually pretty good. And I would probably have bought it if I had any friends to play it with. I could probably get something organized with some people, but eh. Organizing things is hard. Alright, anyway, that was the last room. Now we have Bowser. Now we fight the boss. Yeah, you can... Going through that is... the fastest way I know of that doesn't involve fucking arbitrary code execution or some such bullshit. There's Bowser's iconic clown car. You've no doubt seen it in various media. Nintendo loves this thing. It's Bowser Jr. uses it. It's in Smash Bros. It's in all sorts of stuff. This is the game where it comes from. Despite Bowser himself looking a little off-model, they had not quite nailed down Bowser's look in 1990, whenever this game came out. Some year that's going to make me angry. And I believe Peach might even still be referred to as Toadstool in the original version. Anyway, speaking of versions, so that Game Boy Advance version that I talked about, there was one other major change. So in this game, you can play as Luigi, but you can only do so playing two-player. And it's not split screen, it's like one person dies, you swap to Luigi, and then Luigi can play. And Luigi and Mario are functionally the same. Luigi, I think, might just be like a recolor of Mario's sprite. That's unfortunate. But otherwise, he's like exactly the same. In the Game Boy Advance port, they made Luigi selectable if you're playing single player. I think you could still do two-player if you had the link cable. Not only was Luigi selectable, but his sprite was altered a little bit, so he was more unique. And he also... Oh, that was stupid. Let's rewind. I don't want to... Oh, no, that's not going to make it. No? Oh, no! Okay, that's fine. You son of a... Okay, that's fine. We can get to the next phase. So, Luigi, his sprite was altered slightly. He was a bit taller, a bit skinnier. He could also jump higher than Mario. He had a little bit of a flutter jump, similar to what he has in Super Mario Bros. 2. Doki Doki Literature Club, as everyone loves to point out. That's definitely the name of the game, don't Google it. And in addition to that, it's also a lot easier to fly with Luigi. He gets a shitload more air when you pull back the cape to gain altitude. It's incredibly easy to stay above the screen when you're flying with Luigi. Mother... I didn't want to... Okay, good. That's a hard... We're just... Well, I want that mushroom, but I think otherwise we're just gonna... Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Soulless? How you doing? I saw you were streaming earlier. How was that? How's Stardew going? Ah! Damn it. Alright. We're just gonna have to ignore that. Mother... Fudger. Yeah, like I was saying, Game Boy Advance. Luigi is just kind of easier to fly. Oh wow, that was a boss fight. And... I feel like there was one... Oh, yeah. Something else you may have noticed. When I got hit while I had the cape, I immediately got knocked down into Small Mario. In the Game Boy Advance version, you don't do that. If you get hit while you have a Fire Flower or the cape or something, you get knocked down to Big Mario. And then if you get hit again, you get knocked down to Small Mario. So you essentially have an extra hit point, which is kind of fucking crazy. That's, like... functionally the biggest change in that version of the game. So, you know, Babby game easier, that kind of shit. But, I mean, otherwise, it's a perfectly fine port. I think the aspect ratio might be a bit scrunched compared to, this version, the original version, because the GBA has a really weird aspect ratio. And then they added a port of the original Mario Brothers arcade game, because... why not? That was a fun little thing to do in the car if I was getting bored. Stardew's going good. Started a new game for the stream. Would have been longer, but it started overheating. Oh no, you don't want that. Sorry to hear that. Hope it cools down soon. I am very happy that it is, and I'm gonna say this with all of my fingers crossed, knocking on wood, it is starting to cool down and will stay that way. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. The game is... well, as you can see, the game is over. It's gonna be a pretty short stream. I'm actually was gonna wrap up after finishing this. I just needed to do my stream for the night. I had a crazy day going back and forth. I know, I'm sorry. Tomorrow's stream will definitely be longer, as will the streams for next week. But yeah, Saturdays are... My Saturdays are normally pretty chill, and unfortunately a lot of my plans got derailed, which sucks. But hey, you know, shit happens. We move on. But I need to stream every day, otherwise I can't say that I stream 31 days in a row, right? And that would be horrible if I broke that promise. So yeah, that we saved Peach and the Yoshis. I guess this is technically Yoshi's... No. I mean, this is Yoshi's Island, but Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is a different game. Which I believe was Super Mario Advance 3. You know, I got some... Yeah, here's some... You like enemy names? Actually, this is where we learned a lot of fucking enemy names back in the day, let me tell you. If you did not have the instruction booklet for a game, it was this or nothing. Streaming every day is a feat. It is definitely... It is definitely something I only want to do once a year. I like it. I enjoy streaming and I enjoy the challenge, but boy, do I enjoy those nights off as well. And it's there's some off-stream stuff I've been wanting to do. There's some scripted content I'd like to put up on my YouTube that I haven't had a lot of time for. But hey, the month's almost over and then I'll have time for it, so I ain't complaining too much. Let's look up Super Mario Advance, just so that I can get all of my facts straight. Okay, so I was very wrong. Surprisingly wrong. Nonetheless confusing. So, Super Mario Advance, the first Super Mario Advance game, is of course a port of Super Mario Bros. 2. I guess because they had already ported Super Mario Bros. To the Game Boy Color a couple of years before that, so they're like, let's do 2. Because I think 2 is just a little too advanced for Game Boy Color. After that, the same year actually, they put out Super Mario Advance 2. And that was a port of Super Mario World. That was the one I had. I never had Super Mario Advance. I had played a little bit of Mario 2 on, like, my uncle's NES. I thought it was fine. It didn't light my heart on fire or nothing. It's no Super Mario Brothers, I'll tell you that much. So then after Super Mario Advance 2 comes Super Mario Advance 3, which is, of course, a port of Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Look at that Ouija. And then the final Super Mario Advance game, Super Mario Advance 4, coming out a year after that, was, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3. So, yeah, they did 2, and then World 2, and then 3. We loved our complicated bullshit ports in the early 2000s, let me tell you. But yeah, that is a Super Mario World in... I mean, it was like 20 minutes, but it wasn't really 20 minutes, because I had already had some of the levels completed. And also, something that we really liked back in the 90s is end screens that didn't do anything. You can't press any buttons, there's no start, there's no select. The only thing you can do is turn off the fucking console and play the game again, ding dong. There's no New Game Plus, there's no saving the game afterwards. You get to this end screen and that's it. You turn it off. You go home. You hit reset. Oh yeah, they just stare into your soul. Look at Mario. Mario can see your sins. He knows what you've done. He's seen what you have become. He's also a plumber, so who gives a shit? That's not true. Don't disrespect plumbers. Don't disrespect tradespeople. Those people work really fucking hard at jobs nobody wants to do. Be nice to plumbers. Except for Mario. I'm not sure how much plumbing he actually does. He does a little bit in the movie, and that's about all I've ever seen him plumb. But yeah, that does it for a fucking wacky, short, bullshit Saturday stream. I'm gonna go to bed now, because I'm tired. I have been up since 6 in the morning. I have had 5 hours of sleep. one energy drink, one cup of coffee, and I feel like I am going to collapse. So that's going to do it for me. Solus, thanks for coming by. Sorry it was a short one. Thank you, at least one lurker I see. I don't know who you are, but thank you for stopping by. I will be back tomorrow. There will be more than 20 minutes of stream, I promise. And we're approaching Halloween, so I got some spooky stuff lined up, I promise. It's not all old games that Papa needs to fill slots because he's forgetful. But I don't want to spoil the surprise. So good night, sleep well, have a good weekend. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.